Hello and welcome to Fresh Path Ministries. My name is David Ormes and I am the founder of Fresh Path Ministries. In this episode, we are going to be talking on the subject, Be the Circle. Last time we talked about your circle matters, choosing people who push you towards God and away from sin. But what happens when you don't have that kind of circle yet, or when the people around you aren't strong in their faith? Today I want to talk about being the circle, choosing to be the one who sets the tone, who leads with love, and who points people to Jesus. Because sometimes God calls you to be the encourager before you ever meet the encouragers. Sometimes you have to create the environment you wish you had. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, "Two are better than one, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow." We love the idea of having someone to lift us up, but what if God is asking you to be the one doing the lifting first? Here's a biblical example to help you with this. When David first gathered his mighty men, 1 Samuel 22:1-2, they were in distress, in debt, and discontented. They weren't spiritual warriors at first. They became mighty because David poured into them, encouraged them, and set an example. Who in your life right now might be in distress and waiting for someone to invest in them? Pray this week, Lord, make me the kind of friend I wish I had. Show me one person I can reach out to today. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and purity." This verse reminds us that leadership isn't just about teaching, it's about living. People will follow what they see, do far more than what they hear you say. You don't have to be flawless to be faithful. Your consistency will preach louder than your perfection. Think of a lighthouse. It doesn't make the storm go away, but it stays steady, guiding others to safety. That's what your life can be when you're consistent in prayer, kindness, and integrity. Make a commitment to one small daily discipline that points people to Christ. Maybe it's praying out loud before meals, posting a verse online, or intentionally encourage someone each day. Sometimes we sit around waiting for the perfect circle to show up, but Jesus didn't wait. He called his disciples. He initiated the relationship. Hebrews 10:24-25 says, "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, exhorting one another." Provoking here means stirring up. Sometimes people won't pray with you or study the word unless you extend the first invitation. Choose one intentional way to build connection this week. Invite someone to coffee and talk about what God's been showing you. Start a small prayer text group or plan a family devotional night. Proverbs 27:17 says, "Iron sharpens iron, but someone has to pick up the iron first." That means, but somebody has to pick up the iron first. Leadership attracts when you live in humility, love, and faith. You won't have to beg people to walk with you. The ones who are hungry for God will see and want to be part of it. In Acts 2, the early church devoted themselves to teaching, fellowship, breaking of bread, and prayer. And the Bible says the Lord added to the church daily. Their community drew people in. This week, ask yourself, if someone joined my life today, would they grow closer to God just by being around me? You may not have the perfect circle yet, but you can be the start of it. Be the one who encourages, prays, forgives, and keeps Christ at the center. Because when you decide to be the circle, God can use you to shape the faith and future of everyone around you. So here's your challenge. Don't just pray for a better circle. Start living the circle you've been praying for. Let's be people worth following because we're followers of Jesus. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast today. My name is David Ormes, founder of Fresh Path Ministries, and today's episode was called Protect Your Circle, or Be the Circle, sorry. If you're new here, please be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, follow the podcast, comment on the podcast, let us know that you are here, and let us know what you think. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and God bless.